Welcome back everyone, and today we have something kind of unique. Today we're working on this Scuf Prestige Controller, this Pro Controller from Scuf, and a customer sent this over to us with the back shell ripped apart. Looks like it got chewed by a dog, I would assume. And with these, you just kind of pull the faceplate off. They're held together by magnets, so that's fairly easy to do. We're going to take those old thumb grips off, and these are different than the original controllers. You're going to have 3 screws on each side of the faceplate up front. There are no screws in the back. And these are actually T6 screws. There's no security bit for it, so it's pretty easy to do. I'll leave a link in the description for the set that I use. And it took me a while to figure out how to take apart this controller. Surprisingly, there are no YouTube tutorials on Scuf controller teardown, so this is kind of that for you guys. And on the faceplate, I'm just showing you the magnets, and on the controller, makes it very easy to change them out, which is super awesome and very good for your own custom designs. And here, these side panels, you kind of just flip up, and they hook around the back of the controller where the screw goes through, so just be careful you don't want to snap them. Lift up on the controller, and you can just take them out. Alright, now that we've got that apart, you're going to see this remap kit, and there's a tab. Just pull up on the tab, and then pull out that remap kit right there. And you're gonna see that there's the battery. You take that out, and then there's a battery cover. We could unscrew that, but we don't need to for what we're doing. And here are 4 Phillips head 000 screws, and we're just gonna take those out. That is the paddle buttons. And just make sure you don't lose the screws. They are very small, easy to lose. Once we take the rest of them out, you're gonna want to try to pry up a little bit back and forth and push those buttons out. You don't want to press too hard because you don't want to break them, but they were in there very solid, so just make sure that you take your time with it. And eventually I got it out, and I tested the buttons to make sure that they still work, and everything was good to go. So the reason for taking the back shell off is we're replacing it completely because that grip was completely torn. That is something that we couldn't just replace. So with a brand new red grip, I think the red will go great with the Spartan look. We're going to push this in, get those back paddle buttons in, and then screw those 4 Phillips heads. It actually took me a while to find this back shell to replace. They didn't sell it on the Scuf website, nor did they sell it on Amazon. I had to find it on eBay. Luckily, we found a brand new one, and I think the red will go great with the Spartan look. Definitely follows the color pattern that we're looking for, but it's not an easy repair if you can't find the parts, so this is definitely something I had to search. So now that we've got those screwed in, we're just going to plug in that remap kit. Make sure you push the tab up, and then once you click that in, push it down, and then we'll put the controller in place. Oh, don't forget the battery. I almost forgot that. And actually, you kind of have to lift up on the back shell and then click it into the top. There's little tabs that indicate where they go. It's easy to do, just don't forget to do it. Now we're just going to put in the side panels. I just lift up on the controller and place that arm underneath, and then the other one over the top. Be very careful. You can snap the arms off, and the left one did pop out. It can be frustrating. Just take your time. And then we're going to put in the T6 screws to secure the controller. I did give this controller a detailed clean in, but I did that off camera. You guys have seen me do that plenty of times by now, so I didn't want to get redundant with my videos. And the customer was complaining of controller stick drift. We cleaned it, and there is no stick drift. You'll see when we test it. Once we've got the controller completely secured and everything is tight, we'll put in the new thumb grips. And unfortunately, I didn't have any Scuf thumb grips on me. The customer said that he'll just order them himself and place them on, where he can just take the faceplate off so easily, so we're not too worried about that right now. But to get rid of that old, nasty thumb grip look, we'll just put new ones on. And that is the controller. We just got to put on the new paddles. Black on red. This controller looks amazing. The new red back shell looks great with the black Prestige paddles, and just with the controller in general, it matches perfectly with the faceplate. This Spartan controller is awesome. I believe Nickmercs used this controller. I'm not sure if he sponsors it or something, but I know that he uses it for his Pro Controller gaming, so it's pretty cool. Definitely a unique build, and I just wanted to show you a comparison of the old back shell with the new back shell. Guys, this looks so slick. I think it looks so much better with the red. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. What looks better, the black or the red? In my opinion, I definitely think the red. I'd go with that all day long. And I'm just testing the trigger stops real quick. Make sure that those are on correctly. And it looks like they are. He can adjust them. There's two little tiny screw holes that Scuf gives you so you can adjust them to go higher or lower. It raises the trigger stop, so that's pretty neat. Alright guys, there's not much left to do but test the controller, make sure that it is all ready and set to go back to the customer. And here we've got our gamepad tester that I use online. It's free to use if you guys want to check out the website. Just search gamepad tester. I have it bookmarked in my tabs for all my controller testing. And I'm just checking out every single button. You can see on the screen what's being pressed, what's being moved. There's no stick drift whatsoever. Every button has been functional. D-pad, A, X, Y, B. It looks super good, guys. And we're actually going to test the paddles. Now he's programmed the paddles to what buttons he wants, so whatever I'm pressing is whatever the customer had it at. And it looks like it's the AXYB button, so that makes sense. But they're all working super well. As always, thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to hit that subscribe and like button.